Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome back. I hope you guys had a fabulous day. I just wanted to share our adventure with you over Labor Day weekend. We did do a lot of fun activities. Boots and I, along with my family, went on a trip to San Antonio. And one of our first stops was actually, let me get this, was Big Lou's Pizza. And here they have huge pizzas. One of the largest pizzas known or made. So this pizza that we ordered was not their largest pizza. Their largest pizza is 42 inches. The one that we ordered was 37 inches. Now I may look like I can finish that, but even with our entire family plus our friends of 7 people, we could not finish that entire pizza. We ended up with a couple slices still left over. So our next stop was actually the Riverwalk, which is where we went to after we went to go eat. Now here I couldn't really take many pictures or record because it was really packed. It turns out that the same weekend that we went to San Antonio, they were having Comic-Con. So you can imagine how many people were there. And it was also Labor Day weekend, so that didn't really help. And I was having a lot of panic attacks, and they weren't extreme ones. I did have to sit down at some point and just take a breather. That's when I gave Boots water and I helped him out there so I could just hold him and just relax. It helped a lot having him with me because I could just carry him with me, and I was petting him, and it just felt a lot more comfortable having him there with me. So as we walked along, there were parts where it wasn't as crowded, and since the Riverwalk is a pet friendly place, I could take him and have him walk along. So he did walk along the river, well, the sidewalk at least. I wouldn't let him jump in the water, and trust me, this time I don't know why, but it looked like he wanted to, and he doesn't really like water, or I thought he didn't. Now the next day we decided to go to the New Braunfels and get with Comal Tubes, where we went tubing down a river that they had there, and it was really fun. Well, minus the sun. I think it was pretty hot, but it wasn't that bad. We had some clouds above us, so it wasn't as bad. And the good thing about this was that they had a lot of strict rules that you could only have recycled stuff there. So you needed reusable water bottles, reusable containers, and you couldn't have open containers. So there wasn't a lot of drinking or plastic and trash thrown everywhere else. So it was a very clean environment as well. And this day wasn't as busy as it was when we were at the Riverwalk. So New Braunfels was pretty clean and spacious. So I didn't have a hard time going there, and my panic attacks didn't really come up. There were some instances where I was more attached to my parents, like literally attached. We were all tied together with rope. And I just felt safer being there with them because I had Boots with me, and I was like, I don't want to flip over with the dog. But he enjoyed it. He was actually swimming too for a little bit of time. I didn't let him swim that long because he's a little dog, and I didn't know what would happen to him. But we had a lot of fun, and you guys will see in the other video I have a bunch of little clips of our entire adventure in the river, and I hope you enjoy them. So the next place we went to after the river was called Chunky's Burgers. We heard about this from one of our uncles, well, my mom's uncle actually. And he told us about these burgers that they had and how they were really good. I did not get a burger, of course, because I don't really eat meat. I got hot wings. which you'll see most of the times. They'll get hot wings or quesadillas because those are my two favorite things in the world. So that's what I got. But they're known there because they were seen on one of the Man versus Food challenges, and they have this really spicy burger called the Four Horsemen. And when we were there, we were lucky enough to see this other girl competing in that challenge, and she was eating the burger, and she got very close to the end. She only had a couple pieces left, like a couple bites, and she would have made it, but she had already given up. And you could see like her mouth was red and she was already like done. My dad thought he would try it, but we convinced him not to try it. He got the burger that was a level below it, which was called the ghost pepper burger. So he took a bite of that, and then he started crying. And then after that, he just took out all the ghost peppers and he ate the burger by itself. My brothers and sisters tried the burger too, but they were like, oh, it's not hot. And my dad's like, yeah, because I took all the peppers out. So it was actually a really good place to eat. And Boots was in his bag the entire time. He has a special bag that I'll show you guys in another episode. He did really good. He was nice and quiet. He just slept on the floor. And we did take him out for potty breaks. So I know we're all kids at heart, right? Well, at least I am. I'm a big kid at heart. And we went to this park after we went tubing, and we ended up getting on this train ride. And it was a short little train ride that goes around the park, and it kind of shows you all the things that the park has to offer. And it was really, I wouldn't say like exciting, but I enjoyed it because I got to have Boots with me, and he started out on the side of me on the chair right next to me, but once we started moving, he climbed onto my lap, and he was so excited just to look around and see everything that was going on. And seeing that kind of response from him made me happy, and I just really enjoyed that train ride. And I mean, for $3, that was pretty fun. Now, on our way back from San Antonio, we actually got to stop at Carl's Jr. at one of the gas stations, and it was pretty fun. I don't have a picture of them in here, but I got to try those Fruit Loop donuts. They weren't as exciting as I thought they would be, but for somebody who like eats cereal every single day, which I know isn't the healthiest thing, they were pretty good. But I think Carl's Jr. can do better. So while we were driving, most of us were asleep, except of course the driver and the co-pilot. Well, what we didn't know was that it was raining really, really hard, and it was just downpouring and downpouring. I woke up for like a couple seconds, I took up a couple pictures, and I went back to sleep. I was like, nope, can't deal with this. I can't be awake when there's a bunch of rain going on everywhere. I can't handle that kind of stress. That kind of stress, like, no. Being in car rides, it's just too much for me. So I have to sleep when I'm in a car. So we went on the car, and I wish I could have taken Boots out a lot more, but unfortunately I couldn't because he isn't fully trained. But there were some places that I did take him out, and he really enjoyed that. But to my surprise, I actually got to see my entire family give in to Boots. They all wanted to hold him, they all wanted him when we were in the car ride, and it made him really happy, and it made me feel so happy because he was doing this job not just for me, but for my family. And it's the beginning of his entire journey, and it shows us that he has a lot more to go, but a lot more that he can do. Thank you for following us throughout this little trip to San Antonio. I hope you guys enjoyed our little experience, and I hope to see you guys more. Leave a comment, subscribe, push the notification bell, and come back and watch more of our videos.